Hey guys, what's up? Back here with another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Scorpion action figure. Now, I did a stop motion with Scorpion a while ago, like 2 years ago maybe, I'm not sure. But I did a stop motion with him, and I never have been able to review him because I just never got the chance to, but today all that changes because it is now 2022, new year, new you. So anywho, so he stands right about like 7 inches maybe. I'm pretty sure he's 7 inches, but I'm really digging this figure. I mean, like you can see like all the like detail that he had in the game. Now, I haven't played the game much, but I have seen gameplay of the game, and he looks pretty accurate right now. As you can see, I have his skull mask on because he just looks cooler with that. But yeah, this figure is like really cool. He's super posable too, and most of the time I don't really have an issue with him like being able to pose him and have him stand up. But this is probably like the best posable figure that I have, cuz like when you look at like the elbow joint right here, like it's very like it's not loose, it's not too tight, it's that very smooth like movement. All of it is like nothing on my Storm collectible figures right now are loose, none of it. Which is really cool because some of my figures, most of them, they always have something too tight or too loose or too whatever. But Storm collectibles, like, it's really cool. Another thing is that his chest is like this rubbery kind of plastic, I guess. But it's like you could just push it down and like you can feel that it's hollow. So it's not like solid plastic or anything. Which I don't really have an issue with it because when I was doing stop motion, it never like pushed in or anything. So there's that. Also his booty, he's got the same thing there. It's all that like basically his entire shirt down to this little flap right there. Like all this is all like this rubbery plastic, which honestly, that's probably the best thing that Storm Collectibles could have done. Because he's super posable and really great for stop motion because there's like no hard plastic that's there's no hard plastic that's gonna keep you from posing him. Oh Lord, I can't get my words together. But basically he's probably the best posable figure that I have. And they did pretty good detail on him too. Like, take a look at his face right here. So he's got like really good detail on his eyebrows. Like he's got like the cutoff right there on the eyebrow. Most of him is very glossy as well. His eyes are all like hazy and blanked out, so almost to give like a dead person effect or whatever. He's got like you can see like the meat in his eyes, like up under your eyelids, like the red. So yeah. But yeah, they put a lot of detail into this guy. So also his shin caps down here are a bit of a thicker rubber plastic. It's not solid, but it is just glued on there. So if you're going to be doing stop motion or posing him or something, I would be very careful with these because they are just glued on there, I'm pretty sure. So most of my figures that I have are older figures, like older. So like this one came out, I forget what year it came out, but it's like older, so everybody's like got a toy review on them pretty much. Like everybody's got this toy, but I ain't really worried about that. I'm just worried about reviewing them because all the toys that I have, my plan is to review them and just put them out there. Yeah, let's get to the accessories. All right, here are the accessories. He's got a handful of them. He's got for starters, let's start with this I forget what you call this, the spear on the rope. You know, the move that he does in the game, like the get over here. So he does come with that. Mine is a little bit bended up right now because I had him in a drawer with my other toy accessories, and he's been like, it just sort of bended from its normal position because usually it looks like that, but now it's like all crinkled. But you can fix that with like, put it in hot water and bend it back the way you want, or just heat it up, like with a heat gun or something. But you can actually put this on him, and I will talk about that in a minute. The other thing that he comes with, another weapon, is he comes with a pretty cool bloody axe, which is probably my favorite accessory that he has, just because, like, I mean, it just looks so cool. Like, the blood splatter and everything. It almost reminds me of, like something out of a medieval movie. But it is sharp and pointy. So he could like jab with it and slice and cut. It is also pointy at the bottom. So careful when you're putting it on because you might stab yourself. The other accessories that he comes with are these blood effects. And these two in particular go with his spear on a rope thing. And these are just like blood effects, and you can see, if my camera will focus, that there are little holes down there, and you actually stick like the tip of this through here. So you don't want to put it in like too hard because you don't want to mess up the paint on your spear. But you just sort of line it up and push it through just enough where it will hold, so you could like get your other figures. It doesn't matter if it's a Mortal Kombat figure or whoever, and just like place this, like just point it at them, like for instance, like Scorpion here. So like just hold them up and just sort of place it right there for posing or like a picture or stop motion or whatever. But he also comes with this bigger one because he like shot it out or threw his spear on like a bigger artery, like the lungs or the arm or the thigh or something. But you could put it anywhere you want. He also comes with this blood effect over here, and this one is like a punch blood effect. So like if he gives somebody an uppercut or a Superman punch, you could have like that blood splatter effect, which he has his fist hands on him already, so you'd kind of put it on, kind of just like this. Hold on. So you just kind of put it on like that, because all the blood effects and everything, they're like a soft plastic, so you won't worry about bending and snapping off or breaking or anything. So you just kind of put it on like that, and then you get him in like a punch effect, like you just gave somebody a punch. Punching pose. Come on, thing. So that's not really a good punching pose, but you just get your other figure and you like make him look like he's been hit, and it looks like the blood splatter all over his hands and stuff. I find it really hard to like actually pose him with that kind of stuff though, because I'm not really a good poser. I know how to do it, but I'm just not really a posing guy. Hand-wise, he comes with interchangeable hands. He comes with 4 pairs of interchangeable hands. And he has his fisted ones on him already. But these ones are like, he comes with 2 like holding hands. So you can have him holding his axe like this. Sort of stick. I find it better to stick the bottom of the axe through the hand instead of just trying to like push it and clip it on. But his fingers are a soft plastic, so you won't have to worry about them breaking when you do that, which is very handy, because I have had figures break trying to put their hands on, or put something in their hands. So you can have them go like that, and then take this, pop that off, which, by the way, when you take the hands off, he does just have like a peg that you plug them in, and they're super easy to get on too. You just push a little bit of pressure and twist, super easy to get on, and then just have them like that. So, but those are his holding hands, and since he comes with 2, you can have him hold his axe with his right hand or his left hand. So you do that. He's got some of these like more relaxed hands. And this one looks more relaxed than this one. This one looks kind of like he's pointing at someone, like points at someone and then throws his like spear on a stick or spear on a rope, like, get over here. Yeah. So he comes with like a pointing hand that's kind of relaxed. And then he just comes with this one that's just normally relaxed. I don't really know what you would use these for. Like maybe if he's holding his axe or something in his right hand, or his left hand, I mean, you could just have his right hand like relaxed or whatever. So I don't really know what you'd use those for. These ones, on the other hand, these ones actually come with this, because when he does his get over here move, his hands are flat, so that it could shoot out his wrist, kind of like Spider-Man. But you can actually put these on. So basically, you just take your rope, you put it over the peg. You try to get it. This thing's kind of tight for the peg because of how round it is. But this little forearm pad is also made of that rubber. Forgot to mention that earlier. So just sort of push that back. And you try to line it up like where you would want the wrist to be. And since mine's all bended up and junky, it's supposed to look like that, but since it's been bent, it just looks like that. So then you just get your hand, you just sort of plug it on there, It's probably one of the most annoying parts out of the toy. So just plug him on there. So then you could have him in his get over here pose. And then it's gonna look really stupid because my thing's like all broken. Or it's all bent, I mean. There we go. So you could have him look just like that, and then put the blood effect on the tip of it, so it looks like he's actually stabbing somebody with it. I just made a mess out of all my accessories here. So that's it for accessories. Now let's get down to articulation. Alright, so for articulation wise, starting with the head and going down to the toes, his head can look up about that much. It can look down about that much. It is on a ball joint. His head can rotate 360. He's got a bit of a pivot that way and like that way. You can make him go kind of like straight like that, like he's jamming out, listening to some music. Right here, his stomach, he can kind of do an ab crunch. Well, no, not really. He can't really do an ab crunch, and he can't really rotate anything. But his shoulders, they can go up that much. They can go down. They can rotate a full 360, which you'd have to pull this back to see it, but he does have butterfly joints. So you can go like that. His biceps, they can rotate 360. His elbow, it can go up that far. Which, another thing, is that when you lift the elbow up, it's got this funny looking piece, so that it doesn't give that loose effect that like some Marvel Legends have. That like weird effect where you can't, like, it's not really a good effect for like when you're bending the elbow or anything. So it gives you that elbow piece, so it looks natural when you move him. But anyhow, so his hands, they can go up that far, they can go down that far, they can rotate all the way around. His waist, you can kind of get a little bit of articulation in there. Not really a whole lot because of this big plastic piece. And that's probably the only problem that I have with the plastic piece, is you can't really rotate his waist. For the legs can go up that far. They can go back that far. It can kind of rotate. The knees can bend back about that far, go forward about that far. The feet, they can pivot up, they can pivot down. They cannot go side to side. His toes, you do that with his toes, and which is probably like one of the best feet-toe articulation that I have so far, because it matches completely flat with the feet. Most other toys, it don't. They either go off to the side, or the toes are taller than the feet, or vice versa. But it's very flat and smooth like that, which is very good for posing. So that's it for articulation. So let me put him back here. and get a comparison. Alright, so for comparison, I'm going to compare him next to your average Marvel Legends male figure, and I'm going to use the Falcon Captain America for instance, from the Winter Soldier and the Falcon series. And there's a pretty good height difference. He's like you can obviously tell that he's 7 inches and he's only 6 inches. So huge height difference. And now I'm gonna compare him to a Marvel Legends, like your average Marvel Legends female. And not really much of a height difference with the Marvel Legends male. But gonna compare him next to someone a little bit bigger in size. Gonna compare him to the Marvel Legends Venom, and he is actually shorter than Venom by probably half an inch. Which is probably good for size comparison, because like Venom, he's huge. So, let's bring him back over here, and now I'm going to compare him next to the Marvel Select Abomination, and let's back up. So there's that. He is probably about 4.5 inches taller than Scorpion. So, yeah. So there's that. I just sort of pulled this guy out just for joke, but that is his comparison. Now I do have a Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero, but I can't compare him right now because he fell off the bed a while ago and his foot snapped off. And I haven't been able to glue it back on because I haven't been able to get glue, and his foot, I have it, but it's in storage right now. But I can show you. Like, here he is, Storm Collectibles, Sub-Zero, but see, his foot like broke off, so I have to glue it back on, and I have to be very careful when I do it. But I mean, I guess you could sort of compare him, but I mean, it's basically the same body mold, so there's not really any point in doing it. They're the same body mold, it's just that different paint scheme. But really, there's not that much of a difference at all. So, so that was the toy review on Scorpion. And if you like watching my toy reviews, then please subscribe, because I will be posting more toy reviews almost weekly. So I'm going to post a little more, or at least try to post a little more today. But if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. And basically it for the review. So, later.